I've never been to Bolivia.
I don't even know if they speak Spanish or Bolivian over there.
They speak Spanish.
Did you know that? Yeah. No, I didn't know that. What is up, guys? Back here in the studio, Petty Cash Studios, Comedy Club Confessions. My guest today is Gordo Mamon. His real name, can I say your real name?
Yeah.
Julian Gonzales. I don't think anyone knows you by your real name.
I think some people do now because I'm starting to go by it, but
Yeah, I told you that.
You told me, you and a bunch of other people. I'll give you some credit, bro.
I was the first one to push it up.
Yeah, he probably was.
I actually met Julian El Gordo Julian Gonzales on Instagram. He's very, very popular on social media for his what do you do again?
Shirtless videos.
Shirtless videos. Like he does a here we go again.
But before that, it was just other stuff. You know, it wasn't that. That wasn't
like
that one that set me up.
Like you didn't have just one thing. Like you did like a bunch of different stuff. He's like very creative. Yeah, it was got my attention. He was a really funny guy. Very funny on camera. Now he's funny on stage. He's doing stand-up comedy right now. How long have you been doing for?
I'm going on 5 years now, man. 5 years.
5 years.
5 years since I met you, dude. 5 years. About that time.
5 years.
I remember the first time I met you, man.
How did you start doing the social media first? How did that start?
It started with my shop. I had an auto repair shop. Was doing auto repair. And I was posting a bunch of like bums and homeless people and doing a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really?
At the shop. And my wife was like, "Hey, you can't be posting that on your shop pages. It's a professional.
Yeah,
it's a professional establishment, you know.
Yeah.
And you're posting bums kissing and fighting and
really
like crazy stuff. So I stopped doing that because people were like, "Can you please not post my uncle? Or can you not? That's my dad. We've been trying to help him." I'm like, I'm helping him. I give him money and food, bro. Like you don't even help him. Like, so I stopped posting them, and then it kind of went into, you know, me learning how to edit skits and videos and putting more time and effort into learning how to, you know, make a skit.
How old were you when was this?
That was in 2018.
That was his recent?
Around there, like, yeah, like 16, 18, 17, like 16 kind of started. 17.
No way. So when I met you, that you just started doing social media. You just had started social media.
Yeah, I barely had gotten my smog license taken away.
No way.
Like it was a pretty, I think, dark moment, you know, in my time, like making all this money to like boom to the bottom again, and then
so you had your own store,
auto repair shop,
and you lost it.
I didn't lose it. I just got it taken away from the state.
so you lost it. It's not yours anymore. If they take something away from you, it's gone.
It was my dad's. He was all the like. All
what happened though? Why did it get taken away?
I was doing illegal smogs.
You guys hear he said he's doing illegal smogs. And for people that don't know what that is, what is that?
Illegal smog is, you know, California or in other states also, they do state inspections on vehicles. Here we do the emission test where we stick a pipe up the car, check how much emissions it's emitting, and I mean, you just check the NOx, the CO levels, and
then you were
levels.
like,
and I was like,
it's good.
I kind of feel like, you know, like I was when people would come, like Ray Charles, just.
Oh really? You weren't really inspecting.
I was inspecting it,
but you were approving it.
Yeah.
And then how'd you get caught?
The way I got caught, for example, say you own a Honda, right?
Uh-huh.
So you own a Honda. And someone sticks in a Nissan, right? So the Nissan has pending codes stored, but the check engine light is not on. So, for example, I smogged the Nissan, and the pending codes are for
Honda.
the Nissan, but I stuck the Honda, you know?
Yeah.
So now they're like, why does the Honda have Nissan codes on it?
Oh.
I didn't know.
What, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that part.
Oh.
People were like confused. Like, what the fuck? What did you do, bro?
That's crazy. And then so from there, you were making great money, and then you started social media.
I was already doing it, and then I went back to work in Monterey as a security guard for the Army base.
Uh-huh.
And
I think I remember that, bro. You used to work at the front. You used to do videos like that, right?
Yeah, I had like I had to shave my beard. I lasted 8 months there.
Wow. By the way, he's a veteran, right? Veteran, serves our country as what was your Army? Infantry? You were infantry? Wow. Did you any battles?
Went to Iraq.
You went to Iraq?
Did Iraq.
No way.
We did a 15-month tour. We were one of the last units to do
the only tour he's ever done.
Hopefully comedy tour coming soon.
Hopefully comedy tour, but that was crazy. That's gonna be funny.
That's a good bit.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
You just did it on stage. You just say that on stage. You're like, yeah, I just did a
tour in Iraq.
I did a tour in Iraq. Not comedy, fighting. Fighting. So then what made you, from making Instagram videos, what made you go like, hey, I could do stand-up? Well, how did that happen?
Me and my wife, we would go to the San Jose Improv a lot while we would watch shows, you know, see like, just go see, you know, Gabriel Iglesias, Michael Blackson, just see different comics. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, you know what? I can do that. I can do it. I think I can. And I started talking to some dude, and he was a comic before and was kind of in the Salinas area, like in 05, 06. He was kind of like, hey, I'll help you out, get started.
Who is it?
His name was Raymond Martinez.
I don't know.
And then I met, through him, I met Pete Munoz and a bunch of different comics from the Bay Area. And we did the Frankie Marcos. You remember Frankie Marcos?
Yeah.
Yeah, some Frankie Marcos was in the first show I ever did. It was at a bar in Salinas. And the dude was like, hey, you got 6 minutes. I was like, cool. Like, it was like,
no idea.
Bro, I did 4. I did 4 minutes, and it was the most like nerve-wracking thing. Like, it was just weird.
How old were you? How long were you doing comedy when I let you open for me in San Diego?
Maybe not even a year. Maybe a year.
That was your first show?
No, I was 6 months into comedy, and I messaged George Perez and Martin. Him and Martin Moreno were having a show at the Improv in San Jose. 6 months into comedy, and I'm like, hey, what's up, George? I was just always messaging him like, hey, can I get a spot? And he's like, oh, let me ask Martin. And I guess they just say yeah, and then from there, just
that was your first show.
Yeah, like,
and then you did mine afterwards.
Yeah, I think somewhere in that time frame.
That's crazy.
In the first year, I was just like going after it, like, you know, I'm like, forget these open mics. I'm gonna just hit these dudes up. They tell me yes, no, like.
Yeah, because you had like 40,000 followers at the time, right?
That was the clout thing for me.
That was
like,
that
hey,
was
I got followers.
40,000. Yeah, 40,000 back then was like, oh shit.
Now it's like, you're peasant.
Now it's like, you're peasant. Yeah, no, I just got the 47,000. I'm like, ooh, no, it's been me shit.
I think once you hit the 100,000 threshold, people start like noticing you different. It's like levels, you know, like.
Yeah.
Like 10,000 back then was like, oh shit, 10,000, 10K followers, damn.
Now it's like, no.
Now it's like, yeah.
Now it's like, dude.
Everybody has it.
Like there's some kids pages like where they just do kids stuff and has like 1 million followers. It's like,
bro, once my daughter watched, one of them had, I think, 24 million subscribers.
It's crazy, bro.
Millions of views.
That's crazy. So then you're doing stand up, and I remember the first time you opened for me, you did good. You did 5 minutes. Your hair was short.
I think I did more.
Okay, you did 7 minutes, whatever.
I drove with this guy. I've never met him, and he's like, hey man, yeah, here's my bathroom right there. Let's go. This guy was texting and driving, betting on a game. I'm like, damn, fool's gonna kill me. I don't even know. I'm gonna make it to San Diego, bro.
Yeah, man.
then we brought back some, I don't remember his name. We brought some guy back with us.
Yeah, it was so weird. He goes, some random comic. He goes, hey man, you guys drive back to LA tonight? I go, yeah. He goes, can I hitch a ride? And we're like, he wasn't on the show or anything. He was just hanging out, right?
No, he was like on the shows before. I think like.
Oh, he was in the 8 o'clock. We did 10 o'clock.
But he was there. No, I don't think he was on those shows. I think he was there from the show from the night before.
I don't know, but it was a weird. I never talked to that guy ever again.
Yeah, he didn't even have us drop him off in a specific area. He just dropped him off by Jack's house.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not taking you fucking all the way home. I said, I'm gonna go home and you can
figure it out.
I remember I went in the house and I texted you. I'm like, hey, are you alive? The whole time I was driving, he was behind me. I was like looking in the mirror. I'm like, is he gonna kill us? That was a weird fucking situation. I forgot about that story. That's hilarious.
See, man, this guy's putting people on, bro. Give people chances. Give people chances.
I put people on,
He's
bro.
Like the Gandhi of comedy.
I give people chances. I hook up a lot of people.
I've like learned that, you know, from you. Just people that want to try it. Like, hey, can I get it? Yeah, bro, go for it. Knock yourself out. Like, you don't know. Maybe you might love it, like you said.
You never know who's gonna blow up. So then, you haven't been in the business that long, but you've worked with a lot of Latino comedians. So I know someone has had to rub you the wrong way. Is there anyone that has beef with you?
I don't. I'm pretty sure there's people that just don't like me because of social media and
like who?
And I don't know, just different, probably local comics from the area. You know, just people. I know that just because I feel like they think I'm too big for their stuff, or I won't do their stuff, and it's like, just reach out to me and I'll do your show. Like, I don't.
Who's your favorite comic to work with?
You, bro. No, I really like lately. I've done stuff with Martin Moreno a lot. He's like super cool, super, positive always. And, gives me times and spots. Like, he's cool, man. Like, I really, really enjoy that guy, man.
Nice,
he's a really
man.
cool dude. Like,
All right.
Cool dude, bro.
That's it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Out of all the
thanks, dude.
Martín Moreno.
So, what's the goal? Like, do you want to shoot a special? I mean, are you still doing? How do you? Because I know this is your full-time thing right now. Social media is your thing.
Yeah.
That's like you don't have a job. That's your job.
It's a job, bro.
I know. But I'm saying. I know, but I'm saying like
you don't have a job either, fool. Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy is a job, fool. It's a job. I don't pay. I pay all my bills.
Influencers job. Influencers is a
no,
job
but I
too.
mean, like, come on. You're you have 4 kids.
4 kids.
You live in Salinas.
Yeah.
This guy is so dedicated. He drives from Salinas down here to LA to do stand up. And that's what I respect about him so much. That's why I help him as much as I can, because a lot of people want to put the work in. There's comics out here that want to just, hey man, can you come do a show in Ontario? Like, oh man, it's 45 minutes. This fool drove 6 hours to come over here to do a spot tonight at the Ha Comedy Club.
I did it last week too.
And we made a funny video today. Like, he's a grinder, bro. And that's how it is. In this business, you need to put in the work. And he's doing that. He's living proof that he's doing that. And I know you're gonna be very successful.
That's what I learned, bro.
What do you talk about on stage? Like, what motivates you? What is the whole thing?
I think I'm still, figuring out what I want to talk about on stage, and I know I need to work on material, and I want to revert to crowd work. And like, it's so easy, like, for me to think of shit on the spot and do it. But I know that's only going to take me to a certain limit, sometimes, I know I got to work on material.
I remember one time, like you had a bad set. I remember one time it was a bad set, but then you get off stage and you're being funny right afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why the fuck didn't you? Why didn't you? I said, where the hell was this guy 5 minutes ago? Like, you almost go up there and you're like trying to perform as a comedian.
Exactly.
Like, you're not being yourself. And that's one thing with a lot of comics do. A lot of young comics, they go up there and they talk like their favorite comedians, like Bill Burr or Joe Coy or anyone famous, and they're not being true to themselves, and then they sound super hacky because it's not who they are. So I think that a lot of people, I honestly think it takes at least 8 years to really find your voice, because I barely found my voice. I found when I'm on stage, this is how I talk on stage. The way I'm doing right now, it's the same guy, and I feel like you're gonna get, if you're coming to LA more often, you're gonna get the reps in, the stage time, and you'll find your voice by just doing these reps. You don't have a comedy club in Salinas. You can't get up every night. You can't work. So my advice to any comics watching this right now, if you want to get good at stand up, the best place is New York. 100%. You can get up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. There's a bunch of shows all the time. If you want to do acting, you come to LA. Acting, if you want to be in that kind of side, but you could do both in LA. New York, I feel like you can become a really good comic. Is that your goal? Are you gonna move to LA?
I'm gonna move here. Right now. What I'm gonna start doing is staying here a week, go back a week, staying here a week, go back a week. My in-laws live out here, so I have a place to stay, or I can stay at your house. You always offer me.
I always offer my house. Bro. I offer my house, dude.
Nah, man, you've been a really, really good help. I mean, because of him, I've met other comics. He's vouched for me in some shows. Nah, like I bombed. Like stupid. We went to Florida, bro, and I bombed, bro. Like I was supposed to do 30 minutes. I was supposed to do 30 minutes, and it was just nobody there. It was
I let him feature for me in Florida at this club. It wasn't even Florida. It wasn't even Tampa. It was Palm Harbor, Florida.
Straight like white, all white.
Bro, it was like super white, like people that own boats and stuff.
I bounced back though,
It was I forgot what Snappers Comedy Club. Snappers Comedy Club. I remember the first night it was like 20 people, right?
Yeah, and
he had to do 30 minutes. And he got off. He didn't even. The light wasn't even. This means if you get the light like this, it means get off the stage. The light wasn't on for another 10 minutes. This fool got off after 15 minutes, and I go, what happened? He just goes, that's it.
And I know I could have done it. It's that mental that's where the experience you guys have, for doing it longer. It's like, hey, that's not working. Let me see what these people want to hear. It's just that experience that going up on.
But you learned a lot from that.
Yeah,
that's the best way to be better as a comedian. You just throw yourself in the jungle and learn from failing, and that's how you're gonna get better.
Yeah.
So tell me, for your characters on Instagram and TikTok. By the way, this guy's like a ton of followers on TikTok. What is it? You have
300,000 on TikTok, not
300,000, and all you do is here we go again. What is that? What is that?
The here we go again started. I was literally.
Well, do the voice.
Here we go again, and then at the end of the video, no te pases de vergas.
Which it means.
don't in English.
Yeah.
Don't pass the dick. Nah, I was literally one day like looking for trucks. I'm like, okay, let me look at these trucks, and they wanted for a '95 Silverado 5,000 something. I'm like, God damn, for a 95. When did the prices go up? And that was in 2000 and I want to say like 19, end of 19, beginning 20. And then I just started finding other ones. The price started going up 20,000, 40,000 for these 95, 96, 98, 2000 Silverado, like ridiculous prices. They recently dropped a little bit, and then my followers just started sending to me, hey, check this one out. Check this one out. Hey, clown on this dude. So then I stopped for a little bit because some people threatened me like, hey, if I see you on the streets, I'm going to fuck you up. And
really?
Yeah, people were like, take it all serious.
Shut the fuck up.
There was a guy I made fun of.
You pick local area people, huh?
I do a lot of LA because I'm not from here, but now
that's the worst, bro. That's like
the Asian guy got really mad. The Asian guy so he had a Honda Prelude 91 Honda Prelude with Dayton's on it with air hydraulics and everything, and they're like, that car puts in works on the streets and I don't know what. I'm like, bro, I'm giving you guys free exposure to sell your piece of shit, bro. Yeah, it's free. The people I get the ads from charge them to post it. Wow. And I'm just giving you thousands of free views.
But you're making fun of it. You're shitting on it.
It comes with it though.
It's like posting your comedy and go, what the? Here we go again. What the hell is he saying?
But if people have sold their vehicles off my page, they say like, hey, thanks. I sold my shit because of your page.
That's funny, dude.
They get sometimes they get 5,000, 6,000 shares.
So what motivates you to make what's your next video? Like how do you do
my next video right now?
How do you plan it? Like you wake up, you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Like this morning, for example,
what was that one about what was it about?
Oh, it was just it was a sound, like a trending sound and when somebody like chanclas, when you're walking with chanclas. So it's pretty much like you could just do that sound like when they wake you up to move the cars in the morning. Yeah. When your Amazon's on the way,
do you go on an explore page and you find out what sounds to you?
Yeah, just go on the explore. I just hit reels and then see what sound's hitting, if it could do a cool.
Have you ever had a sound that you created that went viral? No.
They recently just added my sound though. It says if you use the Cholo Tier one, the Raider one, it says sound by Gordo Mamon now.
Really?
Yeah, the Cholo Tier one.
Oh man, everyone uses that one, bro. Shit. He has a funny video. Every time the Raiders lose, he goes, "These are Cholo's tears," and you were fat, and you're so fat on that, man.
I had a little. My hair wasn't this long. It was like Jerry Curl.
What is your most memorable experience doing stand up?
Damn, bro. I think so far right now is opening up for Fluffy, bro.
You opened up for Fluffy, yeah. He Julian opened up for Gabriel Iglesias at the San Jose Improv.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
San Jose Improv. What was it like? How did it happen?
It was surreal, bro. I messaged them. I'm like, hey.
You messaged them on Instagram?
I'm like,
not even a phone number?
No, I just messaged them on DM.
What'd you say?
I said, hey, how's it going? I noticed you have a few shows at the San Jose Improv. I was wondering if there's any guest spots available. Didn't hear from him for like maybe a day or two. And then out of nowhere, we're at Starbucks, me and my homies, and I just get a message. Ding. He said, here we go again.
No way.
I'm like, oh, shit. And then I'm like, in my head, it didn't process. I'm like, hey, man, it didn't hurt to ask. He's like, oh, no, I was quoting you. I love your car videos. Oh. And then so I show up. So he's like, yeah, come through, second show, Saturday, because he was only doing Friday, Saturday. So I hit up Martin. I'm like, hey, Martin, I'm going to go early because it was raining real bad. So I'm like, I don't want to get traffic or accident or nothing. I'm like, I'm going to go early. I hit Martin, I'll go early. I'll give you a ride if you like, And he's like, yeah, cool. So we go and I show up and
with Martin?
Yeah, with Martin.
Moreno?
Yeah, so I'm just chilling downstairs and just hanging out. And they're like, hey, we're gonna throw you on both shows now. I'm like, dope.
Sick. What did Fluffy say?
I didn't really talk to him. He just told me, good job.
That's funny. Hey guys, please follow Gordo Mamon. What's your Instagram?
El Gordo Mamon.
El Gordo Mamon. Do you have a website?
elgordomamon.com.
And podcast?
Here We Go Again podcast.
Yeah? Shut up.
I just haven't posted on this year. Last year I started out strong. Last year I was doing 2 episodes.
The one I did?
Yeah, we did it, but we just did it wasn't recording at the time. We just did it in my living room.
I think we're just talking.
Yeah, this guy was like, "This is stupid, bro." Like, I don't know, man.
That's funny.
It's cool, bro. Like you've been pretty good, inspiration to this.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Been a good You know?
Nice. Keep supporting live comedy, guys, or anyone. Like I said, my
hard,
message,
bro.
my message, to you guys, tonight is literally support someone. If not me, him, anybody. All right, just be positive, and good things will happen. Gordo Mamon is up and coming comedian, puts in the work, and I'm very positive that he's gonna be a name you're gonna see at Improv headlining soon, very soon. Follow him, Gordo Mamon. I'm Jack Jr. Comic. Please check out dates. It's all on my Instagram, Jack Jr. Comic. Check all the dates. I'm going on a nationwide tour. Thanks, guys. Peace.